South America, the fourth largest continent, situated entirely in the southern hemisphere. Both North and South America were named after Amerigo Vespucci, who was an Italian merchant and explorer. South America is bordered to the north and northwest by the Caribbean Sea, to the northeast, east, and southeast by the Atlantic Ocean, and by the Pacific Ocean to the west. This continent is composed of 12 countries. If you ever hear of countries such as Venezuela, Colombia, Brazil, Argentina, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, or Uruguay, well, you now know they are part of the South American continent. And most of the above countries are in the top list of the most biodiverse countries. And well, of course, Brazil is the Earth's biodiverse champion. But we will get back to it very shortly. Now, let's take a trip to a few remarkable places. The Atacama Desert in South America is the driest hot desert on Earth. The Atacama Desert is a strip of land on the Pacific coast, west of the Andes Mountains. This desert is mainly composed of sand, rocks, and salty lakes. A fun fact about the Atacama Desert is that it is often used by the astronauts to simulate their expeditions on Mars. You can now imagine that various Hollywood science fiction films have also been recorded here because of the huge resemblance that this desert has with planet Mars. But being the driest place on Earth hasn't stopped species of plants and animals from adopting Atacama's conditions. Perhaps most of you never thought there would be penguins in the driest desert on Earth. Well, you were wrong. In Atacama, you can find the Humboldt Penguins, which live along the coast. These penguins nest in the desert cliffs around. Andean flamingos, as well as Chilean flamingos, live here. A few mammals are found in Atacama also. The gray fox, a llama relative called Guanaco, which lives in specific areas of the Atacama Desert, and more precisely, areas where grass grows, South American sea lions, and fur seals dwell in the coastal regions of Atacama too. But one of nature's contrasts lies just a few kilometers away from Atacama. It's one of those regions with dense rains throughout the entire year. The Amazon rainforest. The largest area of this jungle or rainforest is located in Brazil, but parts of Amazon also extend in other 8 countries in South America. Did you know that more than 56% of the dust that fertilizes the Amazon rainforest comes from the Sahara Desert? This dust is rich in a chemical element called phosphorus, which is very important for the growth of plants. But of course, not all of the dust from Sahara goes straight to the Amazon rainforest. Most of it ends up in the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea, and only 15% reaches the Amazon basin. This wind-blown dust replaces the same amount of phosphorus that is washed away in the Amazon soil from rains and floods. But what about life in Amazon? Amazon is home to thousands of plants and animal species. 1,300 bird species, 3,000 types of fish, 430 mammals, 40,000 plant species, and an incredible 2.5 million different insects. Insane! Let's now name a few of them. Jaguars, giant river otters. The giant river otters found in the Amazon are the largest otters in the world. Capybaras, which look like giant guinea pigs. Sloths. Pink river dolphins. Bicolored Anteaters. Bearded emperor tamarins. Red howler monkeys. Black-capped squirrel monkeys. Or birds such as macaws. Harpy eagles. Royal flycatchers. Toucans. Paradise tanagers. Also reptiles and amphibians such as poison dart frogs, side-necked turtles, bicolored tree frogs, black caimans, electric eels, flesh-eating piranhas, green anacondas, and to end with, some Amazon rainforest insects. Blue morpho butterflies, amber phantom butterflies, scorpions, leafcutter ants. Something really interesting about this rainforest is that due to the thickness of the top branches and leaves of the trees, the Amazon floor is always dark. In fact, its canopy is so thick that when it rains, it takes around 10 minutes for the water to reach the ground. Almost 500 indigenous tribes are thought to live in Amazon, and 50 of these tribes have never had contact with the outside world. Let's now pause a bit into another natural superlative of South America. The Andean Mountains, the longest mountain range in the world. Because this mountain range extends from the north to the south through 7 different countries within the South American continent, flora and fauna are both highly rich in life. Mountain tapirs, spectacled bears, vicunas, and guanacos, chinchillas, Andean condors, flamingos, and almost some other 1,000 species live in this vast mountain range. Quite impressive, right? Our next destination in this incredible journey are the Galapagos Islands. They are of volcanic origin and are part of the Republic of Ecuador. Both flora and fauna in Galapagos are extraordinary. There you can find species that are found nowhere else on Earth, such as the giant tortoises that can weigh up to 400 kilograms and whose longevity is 100 years. Here you can also find the Galapagos penguins, blue-footed boobies, marine iguanas, and many others. Other remarkable places in South America are Lake Titicaca, the largest lake in South America. A temple structure has been discovered at the bottom of the lake. This temple is thought to have belonged to the civilizations that once lived in the region. The Iguazu Falls, the largest waterfall system in the world. The falls are made up of roughly 275 different vertical drops. Another superlative of this continent is the Angel Falls in Venezuela, the tallest uninterrupted waterfall in the entire world. Machu Picchu, an Incan citadel set high in the Andes Mountains in Peru, and one of the wonders of the world. Machu Picchu is considered a symbol of the Incan Empire and was built in the 15th century. This citadel is made up of more than 150 buildings, most of which are houses, baths, and temples. These structures were built by cutting the stones in such a way that even a knife can't actually fit between the stones. Have I mentioned everything about this continent? No, there is so much more to be unfolded, but that will be for another time. I hope you learned a few interesting facts and enjoyed this video as much as I did. And as always, stick with this too, because other great videos are about to be published. Cheers!